So the two items I'd like to share with you involve the Olympics, as I mentioned, and quick little history of the Olympics. So the modern Olympic Games started in 1896. There have been 28 of them because there were two that were canceled, 1940 and 44 because of World War II. So there have been 28 modern Olympic Games, and the torch run, as we all know, the torch is a really symbol of the Olympics. The torch run started in the Berlin Olympics in 1936. It was the first torch run. So the items I have Olympic torches from the 1984 Olympics, and also another one I'll share with you as well. So there have been 4 Olympics in the U.S. Most recently, there was 32 in the Coliseum. There was 32 in the Coliseum. I think 1904 was the first. I think it was in St. Louis, Missouri, and 84 was also here in Los Angeles, and 96 in Atlanta. So this torch, there's only, of those Olympics, it was 4 Olympics, there's only been 2 that had torches in the U.S. So this is the 1984 Olympic torch. And I wanted to share it with you and kind of go over its details and a little history about it. So the torch run, there were over 3,600 torchbearers in this run, which carried the Olympic flame from Olympia, Greece, where the flame started, throughout the U.S. I think it was in 33 states to be exact. And some of the torchbearers were Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner, O.J. Simpson, my Olympic hero, my idol, Louis Zamperini, and Rafer Johnson. Rafer Johnson's the one who actually lit the cauldron at the Coliseum. So, and they carried torch such as this one, and as I said, there was 3,600 of them. And those torchbearers were volunteers or people in the community who did well in the community, or some of the major sponsors in those Olympics paid to have contests to award winners. And the winners had the chance, or the people that carried the torch had the chance to purchase the torch at a nominal fee. But I don't know why you wouldn't. I think almost all of them did purchase it. So with that being said, there was 3,600 torchbearers. There was about 4,000 to 5,000 torches that were made, so a little more than the runners that carried them. But it might sound like a large number, but when you talk about the Angels, for example, when they have bobblehead giveaways, they have 40,000 bobbleheads sometimes. So, an item like this, where there's 4,000 throughout the world, there's 200 nations in the world, opposed to 195. That's like 30 torches per country. So when you look at it that way, on a global scale, they're not too many out there. But I love it because it's a symbol of the Olympics, and I'll go over some details. So as you can see here, I'll zoom in here, it has the Coliseum on this. This is actually spun aluminum with a brass finish, and it has the Olympic logo. It says Citius Altius Fortius, which is the motto of the Olympics. It means faster, higher, and stronger. And then in the bottom here, this is actually leather with it says here, Games of the Olympiad, Los Angeles. And then on the bottom here, which is cool, it's got the Stars in Motion Olympic logo. You can see there. And it has it on both sides. And if you unscrew this, it actually has, which is pretty cool, the number. Each torch has a specific number. So this is 4,304. If you see that, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of collectors out there that carry Olympic items, such as pins. Obviously, the most coveted ones are Olympic medals. But the torch, I think, symbolizes the Olympics, which is why I think it is a very special piece. This one, so not all the torches that were made were carried, obviously, because there were more made than torchbearers. But this one, as you can see in there, was one of the ones that were carried, which is pretty special. The Olympic flame was in this torch. Some of the torches actually that weren't lit go for even a little more. I personally would rather have one that had the Olympic flame in it. It's pretty special. So yeah, so that's a little bit about the 1984 Olympic torch.